Hello and welcome to Bowtie Life. We are going to do a little experiment with lettuce. Mrs. Bowtie and I have been trying to grow a consistent supply of lettuce and spinach in the lakes for a while now, and we have been wildly unsuccessful. In fact, what I'm about to do here on video, we did a little over a week ago, and lettuce germinates pretty fast. It didn't germinate. There's nothing. It's just dirt. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what we did. But this time I've got some new seed. So how about we get started? Hi, I'm Bowtie Dave. So down at our church building, the flowers get ordered up in these trays, and they come to us looking beautiful from Mobley Growers in Georgia, I think it is. But these get discarded, and the cool thing about these trays is they're a perfect size for a 10-20. Look at there. They fit right in there. And so what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to fill one of these with soil. It's got 18 cells in it. Put 1 or 2 seeds in each cell and try to grow some lettuce. Maybe a mix of lettuce. We actually have a few different kinds of seed. I went down to my local Ace Hardware store. Fortunately, they still have some seed up there. We have, what is this? Black Seed of Simpson. We have Butter Crunch. We have Select Salad Blend, and we have a Bloomsdale Longstanding Spinach. Now, we have had wildly unsuccessful times growing lettuces and spinach here. It's hot in Florida. We're in the panhandle of Florida. Right now it is humid. Oh my goodness, it is just enormously humid. It's oppressive even. It's hard to breathe, one of those kind of days. It's only mid-80s, but with the humidity, it's been torturous. So, I mean, obviously that's good for growing stuff, except for not lettuce, because you get a couple of degrees higher than that, lettuce is dead, or it bolts, or whatever. So what we're going to do here is we're actually going to grow these. We have a grow station we set up inside in the dining room, and we're going to try to grow just a little bit of lettuce in there and see if we can get this to work inside. Where it stays, mid 70s. So and the humidity's low, but I mean we got covers and other stuff we can do and to get them to germinate and all. But anyway, so what I'm doing here is first off I have some peat moss in a tub here, and this is just part of my recipe. I'm doing about half peat moss and half potting soil. And first I'm actually I'm getting this peat moss soaked up with moisture. It's a little bit hydrophobic at the beginning, so it takes a while for it to soak up the water. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. I'm also going to add to this a generous scoop of perlite and some of the Dr. Earth's. If you watch any of my videos, I like my Dr. Earth's homegrown, organic, and natural handcrafted brand tomato, vegetable, and herb fertilizer. This is a 463. It's good for shoots, roots, not so much fruits. Well, think about it. Lettuce doesn't have fruits. There's a gnat crawling around on the camera. If he crawls across the lens, it's not as big as you think he is. But anyway, so I want roots to grow and I want some fruits to grow. I might even add a little shot of blood meal in there because we're doing this indoors. It's not like we're going to have animals. Blood meals is super high in nitrogen, the first number. And so that gets the green stuff, the leaves. So I want to encourage both the roots and the leaves on lettuce to grow so we can have a crop of lettuce inside, an occasional cut and come again kind of crop of lettuce. So, in fact, I'll go ahead and scoop a generous portion in here. That's a lot. I know. I've got an old bag here that I'm trying to get rid of, so I'm being generous with using it up. So a little bit of blood meal, and just to have the numbers, this is a 1400. That's it's 14% nitrogen, so blood meal. And I got me a little yogurt cup about half full. We're gonna punch that in there. Okay, so getting this soaked up, it's gonna take a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and wait for this to soak everything in, and then I'm going to add another half potting soil, and then we'll work on coming back and filling up these trays. So I have a small bag of perlite here, and I don't like ordering bags this small, but it's all I could get. So anyway, I'm going to put a lot of perlite in here so that this stuff has good drainage, because it's going to be sitting inside until these things give up the ghost, and we'll plant another round. We're planning on doing some succession sowing. In other words, plant a tray, hopefully it'll get going, and then in a few weeks plant another tray, so that we can have a continuous supply of lettuce type things, lettuce and spinach. So as soon as I put the potting soil in here, the peat moss, sphagnum peat moss did pretty good starting to hydrate. So it's only been about 15 minutes or so. You'll notice the disarray of the Florida room right now. Not to worry, this room goes through permutations on almost a weekly basis. So right now it's in a messy place. Because we use this room a lot for all kinds of stuff. We've been using it for a lot of planting up and up potting and a few other things. It's been a busy spring, so we're doing a lot of new stuff this year we've never done. You watch our videos, you can see a lot of it. At least hear about most of it. Okay, so this is pretty moist, looking good. And I am going to start scooping this into these trays. Now, again, these trays are recycled. They came from a grower with flowers in them, and beautiful flowers. Mobley down here, they grow annuals, and wow, beautiful flowers, beautiful, beautiful flowers. Very just amazing looking. That's what we planted our church building, and the church building always looks fantastic. So again, a little bit of fertilizer in here. We got that blood meal in here. Perlite for drainage, and a drainage tray underneath. I'm going to pack these in. And I say pack these in, I'm not pressing these down very hard. I heard someone say about as hard as you'd press on your eye when you're rubbing your eyes. That's a pretty accurate estimation. And I'm putting them a little bit down. But yeah, this is where we're going to plant our lettuce. And yes, I'm making a mess. But in a week, we'll be serving dinner in this room. Weren't for a home group, this room would never get clean, probably. All right, so there we go. Scrape a little bit extra off. Need some there. Trying to keep it a little bit below the top edge. Most of the time this is going to get watered from the bottom, which means we'll be pouring water into the tray underneath here to water these. So these will not get overhead water. So, and again, this is just a real quick process. This is not anything involved. Yeah. I've been working today as Bowtie handyman, and I am informal today without my bow tie tied. A little different. Occasionally I'm seen that way. Not very often. So, I'm going to start with the Bloomsdale Longstanding Spinach. And the side here says thin to 4 to 6 inches. I got these little containers. These are like 3.5 inches, I guess. So I'm going to put 2, one in opposite corners on each of 9 compartments. Oh, forgot about this. Not crazy about these Livingston seed packets. They're not resealable. They're just a disposable. That's why I like to keep a Ziploc bag close at hand. Because I'll put the whole packet into a Ziploc bag, just a quart size Ziploc bag. But just kind of drop them in the opposite corners here. Push them in. Now these are fresh seeds. These are brand new seeds I just bought from the store. So they should germinate pretty quickly. But I'm only going to do these first 9 cells. Getting dirt all in here. Which is kind of silly worrying about that, seeing as I'm sticking it in the dirt. Anyway, so that's it. Stay tuned. Subscribe to Bowtie Life to see how this goes, because I'll have some results on this. Either in a garden tour, which we do at the end of every month, or maybe just something special on this, because we're very curious to see if this will work. Like I said, I've been trying this for years now, having very little success with lettuce, mainly because of our heat. It gets hot here in Florida. And uncomfortable for the lettuce. Now the funny thing is, a year ago last October, this is June, so a year ago last October when we moved in here, we got a volunteer lettuce that grew up out by the mailbox during the winter, and it did great. And so I'll be sure to plant outside when the cool weather comes back. But for right now, we're in June. It's getting hotter, and so yeah, gotta try something different. So anyway, I'm gonna try this butter crunch on the other half of this. I'm gonna put up some labels, put a cover on it till it mostly germinates, and stick it in under the lights. So that's about it. Very simple little experiment, and stay tuned, because I will have a result. Whether they live or die, I'll have results for you. So follow along, please subscribe, have a blessed day. So this is what it looks like once it's covered. It has about a ½ inch of water in the bottom tray here. This is one of the previous ones. Look way down in the end there. I just noticed something came up. How exciting is that? Have a blessed day.